What is up, homies? Welcome back to another trailer reaction from Heroes Reforged. We're checking out the official trailer for Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Brand new show coming to Disney Plus on December 3rd. We will be watching the show. You'll be able to watch along with us if you want on Patreon. And we also have a ton of uncut reactions for things like The Mandalorian Seasons 2 and 3, Ahsoka, The Bad Batch. So if you're interested in watching more Star Wars along with us, jump over to the Patreon. There's quite a bit of things on there. A lot of things that are not on YouTube yet as well. So be on the lookout for that. We're also watching a ton of movies, talking about them on the Chexicans podcast, so tune in. We're watching things like Alien in anticipation for Alien Romulus. A lot of good stuff, I don't know too much about this show. I know Jude Law is in it. I know a ton of new young actors are in the show, and that just from the vibe or some of the things people have tweeted, that this has a very Emblem Entertainment vibe to it, which I'm kind of open for, because I feel like there hasn't been a lot of kid-centric live-action Star Wars stuff. I know we have Young Jedi Adventures. That's probably like the most kid-friendly thing that's Star Wars related, aside from the other animated series that have come before that. But I'm kind of excited to see something that maybe is not necessarily made for us, but will give a new perspective on Star Wars, something that we don't get too much from like a kid's point of view. So I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Star Wars for kids. What a concept. What a concept. This is great.
Who would have thought?
Excited about this.
Listen, guys. I thought The Bad Batch was just going to be a throwaway kid show, and it's not.
As we've learned from things like Rebels and Clone Wars, it's not.
Yeah, it's incredible, and I really dislike the fact that most people, because they throw like the kids title on something, and I've had this issue because I love animation so much for my entire life. Just because it's quote unquote marketed for kids doesn't mean it's going to be bad or it's not for you. Give it a shot. Understand that maybe some things are going to be pointed towards kids, but these storytellers want to engage everybody. They're not trying to exclude anybody. They're trying to make the best show possible. And a lot of times these kid shows, look at Bluey. A lot of times these kid shows will make adults cry. A lot of times these kid shows have things that adults will only pick up on. And so, yes, it might be a little bit kid-centric. Doesn't mean it's not gonna have anything for you. So let's give this a shot. Let's watch this trailer and we'll see what happens. We start off with the child, okay.
Tomorrow's test
The music, like E.T.
will set the course of your entire future.
Nice.
John Watts.
Spider-Man.
Oh, that's rad.
Like what? What if
Great.
we could
Love
go
that kid.
anywhere we want in the whole galaxy?
Wow, this is like straight up
I found something buried in the woods.
E.T. meets Star Wars.
Yeah.
What do you think it is? I think it's a lost Jedi temple.
Oh, no way. That is cool.
Oh my God, are we gonna, okay, this is what I've been wanting to see in a Star Wars project.
Like, it's so funny that there's a hidden Star Wars Jedi temple and this,
Is this the Goonies?
Seriously.
Is this Star Wars meets the Goonies?
This is
Because
awesome.
I'm into it.
Really lost.
We're lost. Uh-oh.
Tis dangerous out there in space.
Wow, this looks great.
No one.
That is
Oh man.
No.
You're a Jedi.
Hey.
Oh, cool.
All right. All right.
Neat. Very neat.
The skeleton, now it makes sense. The skeleton crew. They want to do sort of like
he's not a Jedi.
Like
no, he's a Force user, but it doesn't mean he's a Jedi. But I love that though, because this trailer really gives you an insight into how children within the Star Wars universe think about those things that seem so unreachable. Like you see them in a classroom, they're staring and gazing out the window. You know, they're thinking about the greater universe outside of their own bubble. And this is like, as far as I know, outside of like the Jedi Temple, them training younglings, we've never seen a regular neighborhood in a Star Wars universe that's just lined with houses that people live their normal ass lives in. While in other parts of the universe, you have the most spectacular shit happening with the Jedi and the Sith and the Rebel Alliance. Like sometimes we forget that there are sections of the Star Wars universe that are just kind of regular people that go about their everyday life. So I that's the thing that I think really excites me about about what the story can do and what it can provide. A very different perspective of how regular people think about these or experience these extraordinary things that happen on their planet, in their universe, and how it potentially inspires some of these kids. Like I love this Goonies E.T. Amblin feel. Like it really does have that. So that in and of itself makes me super excited to experience this story.
Agreed.
Yeah, it looks like there's just a great adventure, a lot of action, a lot of heart, because these kids will say any one line and I'll be like, that's so cute. That's so emotional. The way they're like, I want to do this. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Like it's
Let's do
super
that.
cute. It does feel a little bit like Star Trek Prodigy, which is a brilliant, brilliant animated show. Both seasons are right now on Netflix. I'm going to promote that. If you're watching this and this looks cool to you, go start watching Star Trek Prodigy and let me know what you think. Because I've seen people compare the synopsis to this to Prodigy, where it's like kids on a ship and they're lost and they're trying to find their way back, and it's in this sort of larger world. And that is similar-ish to Prodigy. The great thing about that show too is that it is the normal, like it's not a sort of dumbed down version of Star Trek. It's just the normal Star Trek universe. It's that normal, you know, galaxy where everybody, all the adults live and operate in, but it's just like that perspective of kids. And then as they're learning about the larger world, like they're learning about the Star Trek stuff that all the adult Star Trek viewers have known about for decades, and like they're learning of it for the first time. So this, you have a kid going, you're a Jedi, and it's like, okay, this show's going to explain exactly what you explained, Adam, like to this kid, and basically a kid audience is going to pick up on that because they may not have seen all of the movies or all of the TV shows, or, you know, something as new as The Acolyte, or have read the comic books or the books or whatever, but kids also have grasped. And I'm talking about kids that like maybe have been to Disneyland and maybe have seen some Star Wars movies or something, but like they don't absorb all the details the way that like hardcore adult Star Wars fans know about all the details of this world. So they'll say stuff like, this is a good guy, this is the bad guy, this is the, you know, just that really fun, basic understanding. And then this show could use that a little bit. And I feel like Jude Law is going to be a not good guy, but he's a Force user.
Yeah.
So there's like, so that's going to be really cool that there's a lesson in this show. Like, don't trust adults just because they're an adult and just because they're magical, good looking, you know, magical, like charming person like Jude Law. He's going to be a bad guy. I think maybe we'll see. So
maybe
looks really, really cute. Looks really fun and adventurous, and it's going to be really fun to watch it.
Here's what I can't wait to see. The idiots who lost their minds because there's bricks in Star Wars are going to lose their shit when they find out there's kids' wooden toys hanging from the ceiling and like regular neighborhoods and streets.
There's suburbs in Star Wars.
Suburbs. That was the word I was trying to figure out earlier.
Exactly. There's suburbs and traffic and stoplights probably. And
iPads.
Crosswalks. iPads.
Yeah, because you think about all the
trains.
You think about all the planets that we've explored, you know, like Coruscant, it's all like air traffic. And this is like probably one of the first times outside of being in a desert or being on snow or being in a forest that we're on regular concrete roads.
This looks like Space Pasadena, dude. I keep watching the trailers.
It totally
looks like Space Pasadena.
That's amazing. Well, yeah, I think that's kind of what I find intriguing about the show is like, oh yeah, this is really just about regular kids in suburbia.
Yeah,
because I think anytime someone thinks of kids in Star Wars, they think of Tatooine. They think of like that. It's just like all kids in Star Wars exist in a really run down world. No, it's not exactly.
Not necessarily.
Like, where did people like you know, like Mon Mothma grow up? Where did people like Bail Organa grow up? They probably grew up in pretty decent neighborhoods in the Star Wars universe. So it's like let's see what that looks like because we've oddly enough never seen that before. So
it's cool.
I'm excited to see this. I'm interested. I was not expecting that. It kind of threw me off a little.
Not at all.
But I'm very interested to see how they play with this story. And I kind of truthfully, like if they never mention a timeline, they probably have before. But if they don't mention like where exactly it takes place, I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Make it about the characters. It doesn't matter. So we'll see. But yeah, we'll be watching the show, and I'm really looking forward to it. But let us know your thoughts. If you're bothered by wooden toys and bricks in the Star Wars universe, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's all make believe anyway. So who gives a shit? But let us know your thoughts in the comments below. What are you looking forward to seeing? And check out everything else that we're watching on Patreon and on YouTube. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.